Um, Club N17, I'm here with Alfie. We have just beat Wolfsberger 4-0. Uh, Me and your Pops just went through quite a lot. So, our defence, how do you think they coped today? Because they got a clean sheet, but was it convincing?
No, the other team still had chances. There was a couple of times where we didn't track the runners and they should have had a better shot. But overall, like, we should be doing good against Wolfsberg. Like, they ain't great.
Yeah, yeah. We absolutely mullered them the first in the first leg. They were just really tactically naive. So the game was basically done and dusted by the time it had got to this point. So, um, were there any of the fringe players who got a chance today that really stood up to you and stood out for you, and you think needs to be given a bit of a run?
Yeah, Deli Ali had a very good game. His goal was probably our best this season.
Beautiful, absolutely
Uh,
beautiful.
yeah, 2 assists. Like, we couldn't have hoped for much better from him. So I would like to see him get a chance against Burnley, but I doubt Mourinho would, and he'd probably stick with Bale because he didn't start Bale this game. So that's sort of indicating he's going to start against Burnley.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the feeling for some reason because Bale, I think, done enough to be able to start against Burnley, but sorry, Deli did. But Bale's had a couple of games where he's played quite well, so it doesn't look like it was just a fluke. It looks like he is actually starting to play himself into some sort of form. Um, how does how do we get Harry Winks playing to how he was like last season or the season when we were using mainly him and Sissoko in there. Like, how could it all have just disappeared like that?
I think it was because he was young. Like, I don't think he is a quality of a top six side. He's a mid-table. He's a mid-table player. I think when he was younger, he was a bit more tenacious and nappy. But like now, he's sort of like died down into like more of a passer. But he isn't even great at that. So he isn't really our standard of a player.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think you're onto something there, Alfie, because you know when players first start out and they haven't necessarily developed their style. I mean, you see parts of their style as they start to develop, and then when they get to a certain peak, then you kind of know what to expect when you see them play every time you go to watch them play. And maybe with Harry Winks, he he was better at being that tenacious little puppy running around and being a bit more sort of like adventurous and attacking with the ball. And then now he's developed into this player, but the player that he's developed into, I don't know, maybe they're outdated. We don't really need that sort of player anymore. Because I think that who's the one from Everton, Tom Davis. Do you know him? Yeah, so I think like he's the what Harry Winks should have actually developed into. But he's just turned into this like
Yeah,
boring, technically very, very good player, but he just doesn't really seem to want to put any sort of impetus in the team apart from control, just control. Um, what did you think of Vinicius? So you might have heard me and Wacko talking about him, but what did you think of his performance tonight?
uh, he doesn't seem like one of them people who link play. He's more of like a poacher. He'll get around the box, and when he does have a chance, he'll probably score. But again, as my dad said, most of the play was out wide. So even if it like if it was in the middle, it'd be a bit more involved. But it was more out wide. So yeah,
Yeah, the thing is, when it was getting into the middle, I just didn't really think that his control was very good today. I think his ball control let him down a lot. I personally think his strengths are just like what you said in the box Fox in the box, brilliant, and also kind of like running off the back of running in behind defenders, but nobody seems to clock his runs, so he doesn't actually get the through balls. But I think he would have had a lot more opportunities so far if people would have spotted them and actually tried it. So I mean, what do you think of him? I mean, do you think he's someone that because we have bought him, haven't we? Or is he on loan?
No,
He's on loan.
yeah.
Yeah, because at the moment, I'm not sure if I'd want to like keep him past next season.
His buyout fee's like 50 mil. Like, nah.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not showing that kind of potential for 41 mil. Bergwijn, what did you think of him today?
Uh, I don't even remember him touching the ball. Like, he doesn't get involved, and when he does, he doesn't drive at players like he used to. He just does a simple 5-yard pass. And when he does get an opportunity, he just misses.
Yeah, well,
Like, his
pass
shots
it straight at the
attain.
keeper.
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
Like,
That's the thing. It's easy. You don't really need to think about it that much, do you, Alf? When you're hitting the ball, to hit it straight or to just aim at the keeper is the easiest thing to do. But you know, if you actually want to score, then you'll be looking for corners or beside the keeper, whatever. But he just the confidence isn't there at all.
he doesn't look hungry for it. He doesn't look like he actually wants it.
That's what I mean. I mean, I think personally that some players just are born with it and some players don't have it at all. And it's unfortunate for us that we've been cursed that we've got two attackers that have got that in Bergwijn and Lucas Moura. But actually, you're a Lucas Moura fan though.
I'm not a fan. I just think he's better than Bergwijn.
Okay, all right, and you've got a case for that, I reckon. Anyway, how do you feel about the Burnley game?
Realistically, we should win, but it depends on the lineup. Like, if we play foul, like I'd have a bit more optimism.
Mm,
But he'd probably play Toby and Dyer again. Actually, he'd probably drop Toby because he's a fucking idiot.
yeah, yeah.
Like, he's so unpredictable. Our defense could be any of the players, and whatever happens, whatever selection, like they're just shit. And yeah,
I mean,
it just all depends on the lineup. Because the lineup, like, I think it'll be like 1-1 draw, something like
so
that.
when you say lineup though, Alf, do you mean just what back what back four he chooses, or do you mean like in general, like the whole thing, like the whole team?
Mainly the back four. Our attack, most of our attackers are good, but we haven't got the platform for them.
Yeah, and some of them are coming into form. I think Bergwijn's the one who's the least on form, isn't he? Because Lucas has been. I know it seems like I've been shitting on him, but he has been playing decent. He has been being included in build-up play, and you know he's always up for it anyway. He's always running around, so you know, good on him for that. So yeah, it is just about who he picks at the back. Having Reguilon back is a big plus for us. Although Davis done really well today. Am I tripping or?
Yeah, Dave.
He was
He
like
didn't
beating men and
misplace
stuff.
passes once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
he was
exactly. He was like jinking player because I was totally the same way that he was doing those defenders. He was doing me as I was watching him because I thought he was going to go backwards, but he would actually take someone on or nutmeg someone up, or even putting crosses in. So yeah, I was impressed with him. Yeah, so it's just
but that was against Wolfsberg.
yeah, exactly. And then what about Doherty?
He got an assist, didn't he? For that cross into what's his name? I
What?
think it was to Ali. Yeah, cross into Ali.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was like the close
And
range cross, and Ali touched it.
he was getting, he was finally getting further up the pitch. He was still when he like gets the ball, he's always got a player on him, and like he can never get his crossing because he always gets blocked.
Yeah, he doesn't really quite have it to get past the player or find a little bit of space to get across in, does he?
He hasn't got the pace.
Or the nous. Because like you can still try and find a little way to find a little space or a clever run, and he just doesn't. He doesn't seem to have it. But again, it sounds like I'm shitting on him. But I don't think he did that badly today. He got substituted, didn't he? Yeah, for the young.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked the look of him anyway, and like I said with your dad, I think it's like the fresh tenacity was really good. He was like looking to take players on, and he was starting quite high up the pitch as well. So you got to have a bit of bottle to do that for sure. So do you see it as a win against Burnley?
Uh, it should. Like, yeah, I've got a back off. I think it'd be like a 3-1.
You're 3-1. All right. Well, ask Wacko what his prediction is quickly.
He's just took mine right out, my man.
So you both going
I'm going 3-1 and all.
You're both going for 3-1. All right. I'll carry that one into the pre-drinks with Dino. So for the records, so I'll have to get mine in early then with you guys then. So against Burnley, 3-1 is actually that's a good one. But I'm gonna go 4-2.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just because, mate, Burnley will be able to get, they might be able to get more than one goal. That's the only reason I've gone for that. And I've gone for 4 just because you lot said 3 and I didn't want to match you. So, anything else about the game?
Yes. Not about the game, but can we not forget about his West Ham prediction?
About the West? Yeah, go on.
Mine.
Yeah. Mate, Reguilon to Harry Kane did. Reguilon didn't even start, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did stuff.
Was he even good though?
It was all right. He done a couple of crosses.
But anyway,
we didn't win, no.
Besides the point, we got back.
Yeah, we didn't win.
Go on. Did you have anything to say,
That one
about it?
Nah, not really.
Well, yeah, they won't give us as much as a hard game like West Ham did. So we've both gone for wins anyway in general. So let's see how that goes. So Alfie, once again, thanks for your time, my brother. Thanks very much. So peace for that. Club N17. Mash the like and peace.